Okay guys, welcome back to Rebby and me and me and me and me. And for all 10 of you that have seen these, that means Rebby, me, and the 2 boys and the daughter that Rebecca's pregnant with. Today was an exceptionally hard day. We woke up and the car was stolen right out of our apartment complex. We live in government subsidized housing at the moment in Utah. But I never expected to have a 20-year-old car stolen, and we haven't found it yet, and it's hard. Those things they're very temporal and they're very temporary, and it will be a huge trial to find a new car if this one is not treated well by the thief, and the car was not in phenomenal shape to begin with, and so my main fear is that it won't be usable because they won't be gentle with it because it's not theirs. And so the main problem is that trials are hard, and the saying goes, life sucks and then we die. But that's not true. There are blessings everywhere in this life. There are things that we can look forward to every day. And the temporary rage at the violation of being stolen from is a drop in the bucket compared to the blessings we have in this life. You'll have to forgive me, we are Mormon, and once in a while you're going to see that leak out of us, simply because we're going to be showing you our lives. And right now, the main thing that I want anyone to know who is facing something difficult, or a trial, or depression, or the death of a loved one, is that life goes on and we overcome. And children, though thought of as a trial in this day's world, are a great blessing. And many of the stories you'll hear from G-Paw are about children and the blessings that they are to us.
There are many trials, there are many hardships that we go through, and there's a lot of blessings.
Yes, the point is that when bad things happen, what do we do about it? For example, if you wake up and your car has been stolen and you have no way to get to work, the main thing is to prepare for the aftershocks. So, for instance, I had to call into work, I had to call the police and set that crime report, I had to call the insurance, and once the immediate needs were met, I just went numb, and there was no way around that. But as the day progressed, and it went downhill actually quite fast, because children are children, and sometimes a child who is playing and just being silly wears on the nerves of an adult who has been set back on their heels emotionally or personally by such a thing as a large theft of property. The key after the issue is resolved, at least part is handled, maybe not resolved, but when the main issue is engaged, at that point we get over the shock and we become present to it. And at that point we have the ability to grow or perish or be damned in as much as a dam halts progress. And so we can grow or we can stop growing. Now, all of today, emotionally, I pretty much stopped growing, or decided to stop growing, and it didn't help my family. And so the main lesson that I want to share is it's important to express ourselves and to share, especially when we are vulnerable from a real life event. I'm not referring to, oh, this person said something and offended me. This is a real crime that happened. Now, that is not to downplay when someone says something hurtful. It hurts because words really can scar our souls. But we have a responsibility to ourselves to move past things and to grow and to become more than we are.
This morning I was feeling really upset at the theft. Michael came in the house and said, don't freak out, but the car's missing. Are you sure we parked it on our spot? And I said, I'm pretty sure we parked it on our spot. Was it in the visitor parking? Did you look? And he went back outside and came back in and said, nope, the car's gone. And I said, crap. And
we'll censor that out.
But we got the boys breakfast and got them a bath, and I was just feeling absolutely frustrated. I was also having a fibro flare, which wasn't helping things.
She has terrible fibromyalgia, by the way. There's also a pressure point you can use for someone with fibromyalgia that we'll show you in a later video if you want to know about it.
Yes.
You can always let us know in the comments below.
Definitely. But I expressed my feelings to Michael about what I was feeling because of the theft and how I felt violated and hurt and angry and sad. And I usually keep quiet, bottle everything, and push it down. And that's not helpful for anyone physically or emotionally. And Michael actually helped me see that I needed to express and get it out, and it calmed down. I've had little frustrations with the boys all day long, but it's been a day, but it hasn't been a bad day for me, even though it sucked having our car gone.
And so from this, here are the steps to dealing with an extreme trial, as we will call it. 1. Engagement. Anytime something goes wrong, it has to be dealt with as best you can in the moment to mitigate the damage. 2. It is critical not to shut down and shut off. You have supports around you. I don't care who you are. There is someone within a nuclear blast radius, if you'll excuse my terms, that you can vent to. Whether it's a fast food employee or a waiter or a homeless person on the street, there will always be a bum on the street that will listen to you as well. 3. Never let yourself believe that you deserved it. Ever. There's a spiral we face that dictates that we are worthless and we deserve these things that happen to us, and it's a lie. It's a horrible, filthy lie that comes from the source of all lies. We'll cover that in another video. And 4, responsibility. We have to own responsibility for what happened in some fashion. Whether it's responsibility for the action afterwards, or responsibility for not acting, or the responsibility of ranting or raving or lashing out at people that care about us because of what happened. If we lose responsibility for ourselves, then we will lose everything else, because nothing else will matter if we don't care about ourselves and those around us. We won't waste any more of your time tonight, but we wanted to say thank you for listening to this vlog of ours. And with that said, this is Rebby and me and me and me and me. And we will see you in the next video. Say love, you guys.